Good morning, class. Today we are going to continue the same chapter, that is separation of substances. So let's start. We have done till the process of sieving. Today we have to start the process of magnetic separation. Okay, now what is there in magnetic separation? It is a method of separating magnetic substances from non-magnetic substances in a mixture with the help of a magnet. Okay, through this magnetic separation, what we can do, we can separate some non-magnetic substances and non-magnetic substances from each other. Okay, when the magnet is moved over the mixture, what happens? The magnetic substance just stick towards the get attracted towards the magnet and stick to the magnet, leaving the other non-magnetic substances behind. Okay, in many factories, scrap iron is separated from a heap of waste materials by using big electromagnets fitted with a crane. Okay, now one example is also given of mixture of iron fillings and sulfur powder can also be separated by using magnet. A magnet is passed brought above the mixture of iron fillings and sulfur powder, then what happens? Then the iron fillings get attracted towards the magnet and they stick to the magnet while sulfur is left behind. Okay, now how to separate insoluble solids from liquids. This method is generally used for separating an insoluble solid from a liquid. It is not a good method as the complete separation of solid from liquid is not possible. In this method, whatever method is going to be told now, in this method, complete separation of solid from liquid is not possible. That's why it's not that good method. Okay, but what is the method here? Sedimentation and decantation. So the process of allowing the suspension of insoluble solid to settle down, there in book it is written suspension or cut it or and write it off. The process of allowing the suspension of insoluble solid to settle down at the bottom of the container is called as sedimentation. Means what happens in this process? All the insoluble solids are allowed to settle down at the bottom of the container, while the process of transferring the clear liquid that is left behind is when it is transferred without disturbing the sediment that is deposited at the bottom of the container, while the clear liquid is above that. So the process of transferring that clear liquid without disturbing the sediment is called decantation. Okay, here now let's study another separation method, which is filtration. It is the process of removing an insoluble substance from a liquid by allowing it to pass through a filter paper or muslin cloth. Okay, what happens in this process? In this process, an insoluble substance can be removed from a liquid by allowing it to pass through a filter paper. A filter paper comes, so it is passed through that and it can be separated with the help of that, or muslin cloth is also similar to that only, filter paper. The filter paper is similar to the blotting paper. Okay, it contains small holes. In filter paper, small holes are there. These are large enough to allow water to pass through but do not allow particles of insoluble substances like chalk powder, sand, sulfur, etc. Okay, so what happens? These pores, small holes, they are sufficient for water to pass through them, but all these insoluble substances like chalk powder, sand, sulfur, etc., all these will not be allowed to pass through it. So we can separate a mixture of water and sand with the help of filtration, with the help of filter paper. What will happen? The water will come down through the filter paper and the sand will stay up only, okay, on the filter paper. Filtration are often used in our homes, laboratories and industries. Preparing tea or coffee decoction involves filtration. Yes, when you are preparing tea, it is the best example of filtration. What happens after making tea? You filter it. You just, with the help of a filtration material is there, no? So that with the help of that you just filter all the tea leaves out and you just drink the only the liquid part, okay. You remove with the help of that all the tea leaves. While making cottage cheese paneer at home, solid paneer is separated from the liquid by filtration through a muslin cloth. Separation of starch water from cooked rice in our homes is done by filtration. An important application of filtration is the purification of water for drinking. Yes. Now, next we have separating soluble solids from liquids. Okay. Now next we have how to separate soluble solids from liquids. So what you will do in this, two processes are given here, evaporation and condensation. The process in which a liquid changes into its vapor state is called evaporation. This method is used to separate solids dissolved in a liquid. Okay. How? For example, here one activity is given to obtain common salt from a common salt solution. Okay. Materials required are common salt solution, china dish, wire gauze, sand bath, tripod stand and burner. Okay. Now what is the procedure to do it? First one, pour some common salt solution into a china dish. Just see here, this is a china dish and in this some common salt solution is taken. Then heat the china dish by placing over a sand bath on a tripod stand. Okay, heated. Now this is heated over the mixture of sand. This china dish is kept over sand. You can see here in the figure. Okay. Now third one, after some time the water will evaporate till dryness, leaving behind white solid substance as a residue. After some time what will happen? The water will evaporate till it is dried up and only the white solid substance is left as a residue. This residue that is left is the common salt. Okay. Now you can get back the water that has evaporated in the above activity. You can also get back the water that has evaporated in this above activity. How you will get back? For this, hold a cool steel plate above the evaporating dish. The steam on coming in contact with cool steel plate condenses to form water. Yes, what happens? Hold a cool steel plate above the evaporating dish. Above the evaporating dish, you just hold a cool steel plate, and when this this water vapor will condense, it will form water. Okay, you must have seen that when you just boil the milk, after that you just keep a a steel plate to cover it. Okay, then what happens if you remove it after some time? Then some water droplets you can see on it. What is, how, from where has the water came? So from water has came there in the form of steam. Okay, and it has condensed to form water. This process of changing water vapor into its liquid form is called condensation. Condensation is just the just the opposite of evaporation. Evaporation process is used on a large scale to obtain common salt from seawater. Seawater which contains dissolved salts is allowed to flow into shallow pools. The heat from the sun evaporates the water and the solid salt is left behind. Evaporation can be made quicker by heating. This is how common salt is obtained generally, that is mentioned here. Now next is how to separate liquid from a mixture of liquid. The mixture of liquids are of two types. First one is miscible liquids and second one is immiscible liquids. What are miscible liquids? Miscible liquids are those liquids which get mixed with one another. Okay, two liquids are said to be miscible if they can mix with one another. For example, crude oil and petroleum. And second one, immiscible liquids are those liquids which do not mix with one another. For example, water and oil. You must have seen that if we try to mix water and oil, then oil keeps on floating above the water. Two immiscible liquids can be separated by using a separating funnel. Okay, how can we separate two immiscible liquids? We can separate them by using a separating funnel. The mixture of immiscible liquids is taken in separating funnel and the content is allowed to stand for some time. Okay, the mixture is taken in a separating funnel and this mixture is allowed to stay as it is for some time. The content in the separating funnel forms two layers. Then what happened? As I told that they will form two layer, an upper layer and the lower layer. Upper layer will be of oil and the lower water will be at lower layer. So okay, the lighter liquid remains in the separate. On opening the stopcock, just see here, stopcock, that is the stopper. If you open the stopper, water will come down through the stopper and oil will be left behind. Then as all the water comes down, we will close the stopper and both the things are separated. Pure water is obtained below and oil will remain in the separating funnel. Clear? Separation of mixture using more than one method. Now next one is, you can separate. Very often pure substances are obtained by using a combination of different methods of separation. For example, common salt obtained from seawater is purified by a combination of various methods. Clear? Now here one activity is given to separate a mixture of salt and sand. You can study it on your own. If any problem is there, you can ask me. All the activities, rest of the activities that are mentioned in this chapter, they are based on the methods only. If you are not able to understand anything, you can ask me your problem, whatever problem you are facing in that. Clear? That's all for today class. Rest of the thing we'll discuss in the next class. Thank you class.